K. How to manage appointments using Adaptive. If an appointment is scheduled for the current date, it will appear at the top of the home page. So all appointments for this day always appear at the top of the home page, with the type of appointment, when it's starting, where it is, etc. To add a new appointment, I can select Appointments below Any Client. And I'm taken to the Appointment Management page where I'm going to see a calendar. I will see any existing appointments in the system, and I can add additional appointments. I would only see locations that I have access to. So if I wanted to add an appointment for a client that should be scheduled for the 8th of October, I select the 8th. I select the client. The system will know that his base location is home place. He is his own guardian. I would select the kind of appointment I wanted to schedule. Let's say it's a medical appointment. I would select who that appointment is with. If I did not have and didn't know who it was going to be with at this point, maybe I'll add it later. I can leave this blank. And I can also add additional. This is his current list. I can even add additional medical professionals from here as well if I wanted to. So I'm just going to select a doctor who's already in here. I'm going to say, what time does this appointment supposed to start? What is the location? I'm just going to select a location and I can add additional notes about this appointment, so we don't forget to ask any questions. There's a section regarding transportation, which is handy in case he's going to take himself and you're using a Medi minivan or some other service. You could, when you call to reserve it, you could say who was coming and what the cab number was, etc., if you wanted to do that. Otherwise, if it's somebody on staff that's going to be taking him, you can put that in or you can leave all of this blank. It's up to you, but you're going to save this record. When that record is saved, it's going to appear now on this calendar. Okay, so when it's getting closer to the 8th, what you would want to do is you would come in and print an appointment referral document. So if I click print, it's going to send it to the printer. But I can also say I would like to include his med list, including standing orders perhaps. I want to bring along the vitals that we've recorded for on him, since I'm going to say September 2nd, just so we have an example for the past 30 days, and I'm going to click print. The system then is going to generate this document. Page 1, let's see if I can make it bigger for us. So page 1 is going to say it's a medical appointment with this care provider at this time on this date. It's going to have billing information that the doctor might be interested in, like his medical record number or his PMI number, whatever you're carrying. We never did catch his height, but he weighed 150 pounds as of July 30th. His primary pharmacy and their number and their fax. There's a spot for the professional to add narrative notes. You can have them ask them to answer questions. There's a spot here for any new orders, any new signatures, and a next appointment date. So that's page 1. This section is unique to medical appointments. This can be customized when you set up Adaptive to have a different first page for every type of appointment. So for example, a physical therapy appointment probably wouldn't have all these medication orders in, but might be talking about new exercises that someone should be doing at home or things to look out for, etc. That's page 1. Page 2 would show this Rick Finn's primary, his preferred hospital, his dentist, his primary physician, who's his guardian and where does he live, caseworker, and any allergies. Are there any additional pharmacies if he had any. His diet, his diagnosis, if we had recorded his current immunizations, they would be printing here a little information about transportation. And then here's his medication list, and here's all of the we didn't do a lot of charting, but this would be full if I had charted every day like I was supposed to, it looks like. And here are his vitals. Okay, so there's a very complete document, and you will be able to print that out for every type of appointment. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this page. We've talked about that. Remember, these are the types of appointments, and this is all customizable at the company level. So now let's say that the appointment happened and we're ready to close it. So we'll use this Alicia Empson appointment as an example. There's two ways of accessing these records. I could get to it from the calendar, but it might be just as easy to click Manage Appointments, and I will see them here. And I'm going to say that I'm going to select Alicia's Psych Behavior Review, and I'm going to mark that as complete, and I'm going to say no changes. Let's just say that there were no changes in medications. Or TAR Behavior Support Plan. Okay, and I'm going to mark it as complete, so I'm going to save it. You'll notice that now that Alicia's appointment has turned dark blue, so I know that is complete. And if I looked at Manage Appointments, you're going to see that one's grayed out as well. So I know that I have completed my cycle for this appointment. Further, when I complete that appointment, if I go to Alicia's progress notes, I will see that the system automatically generated a health note about that behavior review when it was scheduled and what the follow-up notes were. Okay, that's automatically going to come from as a result of closing that appointment. Another way you're going to use the appointment report or the appointments is, I know many companies will run an appointment list perhaps for the upcoming week, and so they would have a list of all the appointments that are coming in the future week to help plan your transportation. And if you're going when you discharge a client, if they're going to go somewhere else, it's a very good thing to do is when they leave, come in here. Let's say Alicia was ready to go home. So we would say from this day to forever, maybe out in front. I would like all of the appointments for Alicia on a report that I can hand her so she doesn't have any future appointments, but so she wouldn't miss any. So that's how we manage appointments in Adaptive, and there's more information in the user guide which is available in the knowledge base, and if I look up appointment, this user guide will tell you even more than this video does. It talks about how to set things up, etc. So everything I just told you in the video plus more is in the user guide.